Well, very good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to the Studio Rats Q&A Live, possibly the last Q&A Live. This is 298. My name's James Ivey.
I'm called Drew. Why is it the last?
Because we could get shut down.
Oh, they're not going to shut us down, but they definitely won't work with us anymore.
And we are joined from the outset by two legends.
Hold on.
Wait, who's here?
Where?
Well,
Three
Libby's here.
There's the legend. That's the legend right there.
Three legends.
Also welcoming Fruity the Axe and 40 Watt Phil.
And Diggy Dog.
And Diggy the dog. Let's park things beginning with F.
Yeah,
just for a moment. And start this travesty of an internet Q&A with Mr. Drew. What you've been up to?
A couple of pedal releases at the Jam Tube Dreamer Mark II.
Ooh, I love a good tube screamer.
That's a really good one as well. It's got the high gain thingy extra button on it, which I saw on Vinny's pedal board. He's got the old version with the high gain switch on it. It's really good. And the Tripichan, I can't remember what else I did. The Boss GX1 video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That thing's really good.
But why is it so ugly? It's so ugly.
It's Boss.
I actually thought it was quite cool. I quite like the hexagonal.
How are you gonna let Hot Tone kick your ass in aesthetics? Like, how are you gonna? Come on, come on.
There's a funny thing about Boss is that, and you're right. Aesthetically, it's
function over form, isn't it?
Function over form. I think that's a good way of putting it. That's a kind way of putting it.
Kind way.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I don't know why Boss don't improve that side of things. When you're right, Phil. Yeah,
Yeah. It sounds great. It's affordable. It ticks every box except that it's ugly, and for that reason, it's not going to sell as well as its competition.
Yeah,
true.
What was that movie with Dudley Moore where he's the advertising agent in the 80s and he does the advertising bit for Volvo, and it was like, and it shows the car and it says ugly but good or something like that.
Ugly but good. My favorite Volvo ad I ever saw was, why have German techno when you can have Swedish metal?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, what have you been up to?
So videos, and prep for going away on my holiday tomorrow. So the alarm is set for some god awful hour tomorrow morning. Even though the airport is just there, we're not going to that one.
Oh,
why would you? Why would you?
Because it was about 700 quid more to go to that one.
What?
I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, we're only going to Gatwick, so it's not like a million miles away, but it's still we're the other side of London. So, yeah. Anywho, videos. I did a video on recording using the Glyn Johns technique, which someone has kindly written me an essay to tell me I got completely wrong. All my facts were incorrect. Everything I did was wrong, and the drums sounded terrible.
Oh, nice.
So I'm glad I made all that effort. And then,
were you wrong?
I don't believe so. No, but the thing is with it's like when people say, "Oh, I'm using a Decca Tree." There are 5,000 different versions of a Decca Tree mic setup. There are 5,000 different variations of a Glyn Johns mic trio.
Why would someone watch a video on the Glyn Johns technique if you already know how to do it? It's
because they want to go.
That's a dick. That's just a dick.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they want to be mad at somebody else doing it wrong.
Yeah, and if I'm doing it wrong, then great, fine. Then I think my response was ready, aim, fire, or something like that, or really go for the jugular, something like that. Hey, if they're shouting at me, they're not shouting at somebody else. So.
No, that's probably not true. They're probably also shouting at them.
And then I did a video that's got to come out today sponsored by our friends at Toman, about microphones and my relationship with Shure microphones and how I think they're brilliant and they changed my life from being very little. And anyone who watches that video early on will see some very, very sweet pictures of a very wee little James behind a drum kit.
With the microphone? Oh, right. Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Yes. Nice. That was me. That's what I've been doing. And we're doing lots of NAMM captures, which is very exciting. I thought NAMM captures was going to be a right pain in the you-know-where, but actually it's really quite straightforward.
It's all right now. Yeah, they've sorted it.
Yeah, they seem to have done. Phil, what have you been up to? Well, other than the fact you haven't been here for weeks.
Yeah, man, I've been just swamped with work the last few weeks, traveling for work, and then I'm working my job, and then I'm also in a volunteer position that should be paid, but it's not, as an interim there, and just it's been busy. But our library fundraiser was last week, so that's behind me now. So that's a huge ordeal to put on, because we do this fundraiser where we convert the library basically into a jazz club for an evening, sell tickets, do 20 themed, have a band, wine, food, the whole 9 yards. And then the next day we have to turn it back into a library to open up on Monday. So it's like I did between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I worked 40 hours. So it was a long day, lots of hauling stuff back and forth to storage. But other than that, now getting back in the swing, got a podcast coming out this Friday with Dan Pahacek from Old Blood Noise Endeavors. So that'll be a fun time.
Great pedals.
Yeah, they really do. I'm getting into them now. I haven't really been into them. This arrived last week.
It looks cool. It looks good.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I think I'm sending it back.
Oh, that cool.
It sounds great, but I don't hear anything that I can't get out of the 1978 CXM from Chase Bliss or the Mercury X from Maris.
That seems to be the consensus, because I've been researching that Nucleo for a while, and that you're not the only person to say exactly the same thing. So
yeah,
several people.
It sounds phenomenal.
Yeah,
but I already have those other things.
Yeah, the price tag was a bit on it, so I didn't jump on it.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a markdown on it because I found a shop that was doing a first-time customer 10% off or something like that. So I got that. So I'm debating whether I'm just going to return it to them, or I might pass that deal on to somebody and see if somebody wants it.
Nice.
Vinny, what have you been up to?
Well, I did a video on the new gig rig switcher, the
really
Quartermaster. I really like it. Matter of fact, I've kind of changed everything up since the video. I actually bought another label maker because I couldn't find mine to label the switches, so I don't forget what's what. But the whole board's being reconfigured as we speak. Everything's been pulled, and so it's a mess down there. But I did a video on that. I did get. Am I allowed to show you new stuff or no?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
So big shout out to Ron Ellis. I got, my order.
What'd you get?
And they're the 64 S's for the neck in the middle, and it's the 5060 in the bridge, which is a little bit of a fatter sounding pickup.
Oh, interesting. You didn't go for the hot.
It is wound hot though, and I think they did some research, and I kind of stole your idea from your windings. Sorry, but anyway, we'll see how this goes, because this is going to go into, dare I say, my Stratocaster. And I've been waiting on the potentiometers. I ordered them from Stu Mac, and this is not Stu Mac's fault. 2-day, I actually paid for 2-day shipping, and because I wanted them to come soon so I could start doing the video, because I want to do a video on this, right? And I'm sure people will be interested to hear the sound difference. I'm over 7 days, and I still haven't got them. So Stu Mac was gracious, and they refunded the stuff and money and everything, but the pots are FedEx in limbo. Ridiculous. Anyway, I did get, this is going to go on the Black Strat.
Nice.
So I think it'll kind of dress it up and make it a little bit more grown up, maybe. I don't know. So
I love a torque guard on a black guitar.
Yeah, I never was into tortoise, but now maybe because I'm getting older, I don't know what it is, but I think this will go good. Like you said, on the Black Strat, it should look cool.
Hanging out with me too much, Vinny. That's what it is.
That's what it is, man. And then I also bought. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, just get out of the chair.
Oh,
What the hell is that?
That's a Taylor. That's what that is.
So I'll be doing a video on this. It's probably going to be called "What the hell is this?" This is a Taylor.
Why is it so thick? And what is that's not an electric guitar. I mean, it is sort of.
So this is a Taylor GS Mini with the electronics, the E version, but this is the Rosewood Special Edition.
That's a Mini. It looks big.
The Mini is still, I mean, the Mini's still bigger than like a Les Paul or a 339, right? It's still, I mean, but it's tiny compared, but it is a loud little guitar. And the reason why I know that is back in 2010, I want to say, when I was working at the music shop part-time, these were just coming out. And whatever ones that came in, I would just like kind of strum on this, on the regular one and then the mahogany one. They both sounded different, but they both were really good. And I'm like, man, if I ever decided to buy an acoustic guitar, I would buy one of those. And so after him and Han, I knew I wanted to get one just to kind of mess around. I went back to my kind of idea about getting one of these, but check out the ebony board with the streak in it. I picked this one specifically.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
It was nice.
So they make a bunch of special editions of these things. But I'll tell you what, it's a nice little guitar. I don't know about the strings though. The strings they put 13 gauge on here out of the factory. I think that's what it says. It's a little thick. So I bought Diodario XS extra lights, and they might be too light, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
They 10s or 11s?
I bought the 10s. It's 10 to 47.
I always use 11s on acoustics.
Yeah, it might be a bad choice. I'll have to see.
Yeah.
But the guitar sounds good and the quality looks good. I mean, I have to say, I mean, it's not the most expensive acoustic or nothing, and I didn't want to drop $2,000 on something that I might strum 3 times and never play again.
Yeah.
So this was it. So this is a little rarity for me.
It's interesting about those ebony boards because that's what ebony is. Ebony is streaky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we get this. We've been conditioned in, you know, as guitar players to see this black ebony boards, but can you imagine the stuff that gets thrown away because it's not black ebony?
Yeah, well, not anymore. I think what's happening because everything's becoming so scarce and expensive.
Yeah.
Even if you go on Kiesel or you go on Warmoth's website to have a neck made, you'll see one that'll say ebony, and then like Kiesel will say less streaking, or Warmoth will be like, you know, a black ebony and you know, regular. So I like Royal Ebony. I like all the different streaks.
Yeah, I do too. It's great.
So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks great. That one.
So I sent a picture of this to my buddy, and his immediate response to text message was, "Bro, are you feeling okay?" Question mark.
Nice.
At this point, I should do this.
Hey, Goxagene. Goxagene became YouTube member. Cheers, Goxagene. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but thanks for becoming a YouTube
You
member.
almost certainly did, but thank you for your so thank you for your effort though.
Oh,
Okay,
I want to tell you, I actually started to listen. Kind of, not really. A buddy turned me on to a country artist, and I'm not like a country guy.
Vinny stick, y'all. Acoustic guitars and country music.
Yeah, I've been listening to Steven Wilson Jr.
Yes.
You guys heard of this cat?
Yeah.
Fantastic. He's the lyric writing is unbelievable, and I like it for whatever reason. It's something about it. I dig it. So even my daughter's like, "Dad, you're listening to country?" I'm like, "No, this is not country." She's like, "This is country." I'm like, I told her, "Leave me alone. Mind your own business."
He's playing in Birmingham this weekend, and I'm thinking about going.
Vinny's going to be chicken picking soon.
No, it's not gonna happen. But
Okay, right. So while World War V is breaking out,
can I just say?
Yeah.
Can I just say before we get into that, you'll notice something missing from my wall.
Yeah. Did you burn your Strat?
It's not my Strat. No.
Is that one of the Les Pauls?
One of the Les Pauls. Is it the only Les Paul?
The only Les Paul's gone.
Les Paul's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a shame. It's a real shame.
I know.
Right.
I know. I just didn't play it. I wanted something that, you know, you guys know what I'm getting, but I wanted something that I was going to play, and I think
by a Fender.
yeah, you're going to get, you know, every time we do a video now with a Fender, you're gonna, for the next few months, we're just gonna get hate. It's gonna get hate emails. Why are you supporting that company and all that sort of stuff?
I just bought 5 master builds for 50 quid.
That'd be great. Yeah, I've got quite a lot of money invested in master built, so I'm hoping that's not going to happen.
Right, so moving swiftly on. We will do all of these, but obviously we're going to give it a little bit before we tackle the elephant in the room.
The elephender in the room.
Hey, there it is.
Very good.
Okay, here we go.
Will you be talking about F and letters? Yep. Evening rats. Evening all together. Good day from Bermondsey. Vegemite rules. Blasted 2 4x12s for the first time in 7 years. Love the feel responsive of an EQ. Nice.
Good work. For anyone who didn't get the Vegemite reference.
Oh, I didn't see the thumbnail this week.
Good.
Oh my gosh.
We were talking about it last week. Paul gets very upset with me and my creative thumbnail making, so I'm going to have to...
It's because people are going to watch it going, what's that about? And they're not going to watch it. They're not going to watch the show. You're not enticing people. It's funny. I like it.
Although now people are just going to be mad that we didn't shoot out Vegemite versus Marmite.
Yeah, exactly. Betty LaPlume says, what's your take about Fender's latest a-hole bullying move? It looks like PR disaster move in the making. Yes, it's an absolute
We'll get there. We'll get there. I promise.
Save all of that.
Yeah.
Tyndall, how are you? He said, yes, made it again. Good day and good evening all. Good day and good evening, Mr. Tyndall. Graham, evening rats and everybody. Evening, Graham. Martin Bayliss. Vinny, that was the picks you were recommending 2 or 3 weeks ago. What was the picks you were recommending 2 or 3 weeks ago?
I was talking about Red Bear. Is that the one you guys are you're thinking of?
Possibly, yes.
Is it Blue Chip?
Or there's Blue Chip, and then there's Highland Plectrum Company, which is the one made out of coins. So
I mean, these ones.
There you go.
I mean, if that's not timing.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, so there's a video coming tomorrow talking about plectrums. I hope it does all right. Because
I also have a video on my channel. It's quite older, but it's all on guitar picks, and I got them like laid out on a counter showing the different ones. So you might want to check it out. Just got to do a shameless plug.
Do you drop them for their resonance like Paul Reed Smith does nuts and wood pieces?
He does.
Yeah, I also chant by them with incense to see which one resonates.
You know why he bought an acoustic guitar? So he's got somewhere to put his picks.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a really expensive.
My picks are so expensive. They're in a crystal dish.
Exquisite.
I use a wood dish.
Nice.
I've got a plastic bag.
I have one of those too.
JP, evening or evening, JP. Got concerns in FF. Will Haylock. At the end of the day, is it morally wrong to take someone else's unique artistic design and copy it for profit? Do you think this is? If you think this is okay, then you are condoning that. That's an interesting argument. This is good. We want the arguments. We want the
because everyone agreeing is boring.
Yeah, and we're definitely not all going to agree on this one.
No, we're not going to agree on. Can I say something about that, Will Haycock? It's the thing is the design of the Stratocaster is for the public to use. Anyone can use it. I've forgotten what the term is. It's
public domain.
Public domain.
It's public domain. You're allowed to use it. That's not the issue. It's what they're saying now is.
There's two. We'll get onto it in a minute. Yep. There's 2 issues at stake. One is the trademark. One is the copyright, and they are very different.
And there's an argument that copyright does not apply to this.
Yes, exactly. So we'll get onto it. I promise we will get onto it. Mm-hmm. But like a fine wine, we're letting it breathe.
What's that we're doing?
Well, I was going to go with it.
You know what else breathes?
What's that?
A shit pile.
Yeah. Lima. Greetings, everyone watching as I practice my piano. What's something drills? What's that?
Piano drills.
Yeah, he's playing piano.
Yeah.
Oh no, your God, you don't get it. maybe my joke didn't work.
No, clearly not.
No, as in like anyway, okay, keep going.
Oh, you don't know what a piano is?
Yeah. Exactly, but it's a guitar. It's a guitar.
I got the joke.
Thanks. I didn't see you smile.
And yet the channel is called the Studio. Work that one out.
I give you a slight smirk.
Yeah. Anton, hi Rats and chat. Hi Anton. Bella Plume says, "What's the difference between a rotary pedal and a univibe? They both seem to emulate Leslie." That's a good question, actually.
Great question.
Because they do sound very different if you put them.
They're because they're different things.
Yeah, but they do sound quite similar.
They sound similar because the original intent of the Univibe was to try to get some of that rotary sound, but that was not the entire thing. Like, that is the tale that is told. But ultimately, it wasn't really, because it wasn't close. It wasn't even close to a rotary speaker sound. It ended up being something totally different. It's a 4-stage phaser, is what a Univibe pedal is. Rotary, on the other hand, is Doppler effect, which actually applies more like a chorus than it does a phaser. So the end result is a very different sound if done correctly. But they're achieved different ways. So that's ultimately, to me, I think a Univibe and a harmonic tremolo sound closer than Univibe and rotary speaker do.
Yeah.
Because those are both phasing. Those are both phase effects.
And that's how I use my harmonic tremolo. Is it almost sounds like a univibe.
Yep.
And yeah.
There we go.
Telly Toe Monkey, why isn't Paul's custom shops burning in the background? They're hiding in shame.
They're hiding in plain sight.
They're hiding not to they feel very embarrassed. So they're not getting burnt. They're just boycott Fender, pick my tune.
I have such a freaking rant for this at the moment.
Just save it, bottle it up, distill it.
Yep. Let it cook. Let it cook.
I think he means this is not 450 cool. Because
okay.
Graham Campbell, Will Haylock, Fender makes dreadnought guitars, which Martin invented. This is very true.
Yeah.
There's lots of things that Fender have done. Fender have a Tone Master Pro effects unit out, which has Marshall emulations in it. This is why Fender just being. Anyway,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Pick my chew, just another overpriced reverb with fancy aesthetics.
Okay.
The Nucleo.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say Gok. We're just going to say Gok. So Gok says at this point we should not talk about Fender. It's been talked to death, and we know what it is. It is total bullshit. There isn't much more to say. Don't just don't buy Fenders until they apologize. I think they do need to apologize, but yeah.
We'll get there. We are going to talk about it a little bit. We're not going to. I think that's mainly why we haven't done an actual video on it, because it does feel a bit like a bandwagon ready to be jumped on, but that's what this is. This is our moment to rant and stuff, and we're in a safe space. So we'll get there. Let's get to past, and then we'll let.
Okay.
We'll start effing and jeffing.
Yogi says, "Evening lads. So I need a telly. Which LSL am I buying?" Nice one. I think LSL are going to do quite well out of this. I think they reacted at the right time.
Yes.
So if you are serious about buying an LSL, the LSL do make great guitars.
They do.
I had 2 tellies from them. They're both really good.
Did you find the guitars really good, but the pickup not so great?
Yes, and yes.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Weird.
This is where I would recommend a Scythe guitar.
How much is a Scythe?
They're not cheap. They're not quite new Gibson. I mean, Fender custom shop prices. Okay. They're cheaper than that. Nice. But they're not budget.
Yeah, I shouldn't have sold my LSL blonde that I had. I had the blue one with the double humbuckers, but I had the blonde one, and that was a really good guitar. It had a hell of a flame neck on it. It was really, really nice. You know,
they do make great guitar. They do make great guitars. It's just a shame about the pickups.
Yeah,
I would look into Shabbat.
What's that?
I would look into Shabbat.
Yeah, I'd look into Shabbat as well.
I liked those LSLs we tried when we went Telecaster shopping. Do you remember?
Yeah.
That red with white over, or the white with the red under spray.
Yeah.
Was really nice.
Pink one. There's a funny pink matte thing. It's really good.
Just I want to show you guys the flame on the Shabbat.
Oh,
and look at that.
It's just ridiculous.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get in the camera a little bit better.
So is that a 725 radius on that?
No, it's not. No.
Really round. Oh, nice.
And it's compound, actually.
Oh, nice.
The thing I contacted them the other day. I didn't get an email back yet, but if anybody out there is listening, and knows anybody at Shabbat, I want to get a different pick. I want to get a replacement pick guard for this, so I could put a regular Telly pickup in the neck. I'm not jiving the Charlie Christian thing. So I don't know if there's anybody that loves Charlie Christian stuff, but it's just not my. This is not my bag here. It's got to go.
I think that's a good.
But the guitar is beautiful. Really is.
Yeah, it's great.
Have a mark on the back there, Vinny.
Oh snap!
Said the drummer.
Pick my chew. He says, I'm burning my Strat later today.
Video it, put it on YouTube. You'll get 1 million views.
Yeah,
scary but true.
God, you would. Yeah, so true. Gok, sell it for really cheap instead of to bring their values down. Don't. God, the values got. I just spent. I made a mistake there. I tell you what. I think if in hindsight, I probably would have held back a bit.
Yeah.
Pick my chew. Lol. Good idea. Yeah. Well, he says, Graham, the dreadnought shape is not unique artistic body shape. It's size only.
That's not true.
It's not true.
That's not true. There's a square shoulder dreadnought that Martin pioneered in like 1916. That is their body shape that they did sort of own, but ultimately it was decided that acoustic guitar bodies can't be copywritten.
And as Philip McKnight proved so beautifully, if you put the shape of a Fender Strat underneath and you put a dreadnought style on top, other than the cutaways, the body matches almost perfectly.
Yeah,
but we'll get on to that.
Yeah, that's a whole. And then it's the same thing. Gibson tried to do the same thing with the square shoulder dreadnought, which is the J45. They literally changed the shoulders so they could try to trademark it, and they can't. So,
Rack Revival, the Landau Huff Tyler combo, black and red tortoiseshell pick guard, love it. Black, yeah, nice, yeah, really nice. Yeah. The only thing about the Landau, the Huff black Strat is, are we talking about that? Am I just? Oh no! Yeah. Ignore me. We're talking about Vinny's guitar. Sorry, just ignore me.
Yeah. It's just the.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Hollywood said down at the bottom. He said he couldn't see the inlays on the neck, so I was just gonna grab it real quick so you can see it.
Oh, like that's rad.
They're like the little bullet dots.
Very nice.
Very nice. That's nice.
He does make great guitars.
Yeah. Boom.
Speaking of nice.
Telly Tone Monkey says, nice to see that Vinny has trousers on.
Yes, I wear trousers because you don't want to see my legs. Because they are so white that would probably blow out the internet. Yeah. Because of my work, I've been wearing pants. I haven't seen shorts since like 1993. So there you go.
Graham, no, it's design created in 1916.
Oh, look at that. Graham's got me. That's the dreadnought.
Yeah.
Looks classy. Pick my chew. I like the matte finish. There you go.
Yeah.
I used 9s on my Furch Pioneer. Damn.
That's going to be like, oh, hello. Why's my camera decided to point at the
9s? That is
on an acoustic.
That should be illegal.
I think it might be in most countries.
Certainly in some states.
I'll keep you posted on that 10-pack I bought. See how that goes.
Duncan, Eden, gents, any tips on guitar storage to keep mine in cases? I tried to keep the temperature and moisture level stable in the house, but I found lacquer cracks on the bottom of my year-old PRS 24 neck. Where do you live, Duncan? Because it makes a very big difference.
Huge difference. I never put my guitars in the cases unless I'm taking them somewhere.
Amen. I was just about to recommend that. But everybody wants to do this case thing. It's not good. First of all, the guitar doesn't breathe right in there. It's being suffocated is what's happening. And there is a lot of finishes that constantly off gas for years. And you got that all trapped in there. I
also, if it's a nitro finish, it never cures. And so if it's constantly got the case pressing up against it, not good.
No, it's not good.
There we go. So no matter where you are, get them out of the cases.
Yeah.
Get them on the wall, get on some stands, get them on proper nice, what are those ones we use? The
Hercules.
Hercules hooks. Yeah.
Whip that shit out.
Yeah, they're fine for nitro.
It's also a lot harder to play them if they're in the cases.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be played. It's not meant to be stored in the case. Gok, very close. Guitar buddy, I like 40-watt facial expression when looking at that Taylor guitar. So looking at an alien from another planet.
It's for what it's worth. It's not because it's an acoustic guitar. It's because it's a Taylor.
And it was in my hands too. I'm sure that didn't help.
Yeah.
And if Taylor would like to invite us to their party again next year at NAMM, we'd be very happy to come and drink the booze.
Well, yeah.
Drinking their beer.
Hey, at least we're honest.
Taylor has an arrangement with Cameroon for ebony. They're concerned with sustainability. Nice.
It's true.
I tried to go over by the acoustic guitars this year at NAMM, but it was right next to the drums. And I was just like,
oh, the irony.
I'm like, what the hell?
It's because acoustics used to be in the basement where it was quieter, and now
that's crazy putting it next to the drums.
Hall E now downstairs is Big Trouble in Little China.
The best part about the drum section is the bathroom. No one's going to the bathroom over by the drums because of the damn noise. That's where I go.
The bar is always shorter, line is shorter over there.
Yeah, and the food court, definitely. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I always remember obviously NAMM is a brilliant show, but when Music Messe was at its height, the drum hall was an entire building, and you went to the door, you turned the handle, you opened it, and you go, and then you shut the door again, and you walked out, and you kept going because there's no way I was putting myself through that.
Yeah, that was one of those on second thought. Let's not go to Camelot.
Yeah,
it's a silly place.
Yeah.
Wes, I have 2 custom shop Fenders and 2 vintage Fender amps, and I'm not feeling very good about it, even though I love them. Just, you didn't buy it. You didn't know at the time that Fender were going to be dicks. So,
and at the time, Fender weren't necessarily being controversial.
Yeah. And those 2 shall pass.
Yeah.
Yes. None shall pass.
Private equity ruins everything, says Wes.
Amen.
Truth.
Wadey, hey Phil, I've got a couple of sweet ass fuzz pedals from a guy named Eric. This sounds
Jason. Yeah, you did. So Brainia Effects, my buddy Eric out in California builds just the greatest, coolest small batch fuzz pedals. He does small batch because he doesn't do this for a living, although he does make side money doing it. And so he buys vintage components, and when he's got enough inside of a certain spec range, he builds a run of whatever circuit they work best in. And so sometimes he can do one and he builds a custom build for a customer, but occasionally he'll do like a 4 or 6 pedal run. And I've got a bunch of them. I think they're amazing. He's building me he's working on one, a Zonk box Mark II, and I can't wait to get one of those.
Nice. Steve,
hello.
He says, I believe hello to the Rats and the Axe 40 Watt podcast and Rat fans. Hello, mate. I hope you are well. Fran, in the digital world of Kemper Cortex Tone, does your physical speaker cabinet matter? In the digital world of Kemper Cortex Tonex, does your physical speaker cabinet matter?
Well, I would go with, if you're using Kemper and Cortex and Tonex models that have speaker emulation, yes, it really does. You just turn, because you don't want to use a guitar speaker cabinet, you want to use full range FRFR monitors, whatever. If you're not using models and you've turned the speaker emulation off, then yes, it does matter, because it's the same thing as if you had a real amp driving a real speaker.
Yeah, I think it matters no matter how you shake it. If you've got it running through speakers of some kind, the cabinet those speakers are in matters.
And if you're someone like me who likes a 4x12 over a 1x12, for example, I'm no fan of 1x12, never have been. You're going to enjoy playing for a 4x12 more than you are a 1x12.
I think it matters. It depends who it's for. If this physical speaker cabinet, if it's just for your monitoring on the stage, it only matters to you. It doesn't matter to the audience, because your Kemper Cortex tone is going out through the PA. So no, it doesn't matter, because it's so that's what I'd say about it.
Okay, so let's do this.
Okay,
are you ready?
Yeah.
Litigators, are you standing by? Is anyone taking notes? So, as I'm pretty sure everyone, certainly all of four of us, and pretty much everyone who is joining in in the audience, is aware that Fender, it seems to be, let's face it, it's two major guitar companies who are starting this litigation lark. Gibson did it for years, and now Fender are joining in the bandwagon. And it started back in March with this court case that Fender would argue they won. Everybody else is saying they won by default because the other party didn't turn up, where they took an Alibaba-based reseller to court in Germany.
Yeah.
And because the Alibaba based in China retailer didn't rock up, I mean, who knew that was going to happen? Fender apparently did have to argue their side, but didn't have to do a particularly bang up job of it, and they won the case. And the case was that due to copyright, the Alibaba reseller should stop selling Fender Strat shaped guitars. Now, since then, and in the last couple of weeks, Fender have started sending out cease and desist letters with a whole raft of stipulations and restrictions and various things, which involve ridiculously huge fines, along with destruction of inventory and recall of pre-sold guitars and all this rubbish.
And the contact details of people that have bought said guitars.
Yes, I mean, and in the UK in the European Union, which we're not anymore, there's a thing called GDPR, which would absolutely have a field day over this stuff. You think Fender are after big numbers? Break GDPR laws in the EU, and it's millions of dollars worth of fines. So there's this whole argument now that Fender are the big bad wolf of the guitar industry, and they're and the perceived argument is that Fender are trying to stop anyone making a Strat-shaped guitar. Discuss. Let me get a crash helmet or something.
Can I ask first of all, what are we talking about? Exactly the same design as a Strat, so with the curved, like as opposed to something like a which is more sort of squared up, you know, it's not as rounded and that sort of stuff.
Is it? Oh, I think you're saying on the edges.
So the truth of the matter is, at this stage, we don't know, because Fender's argument in their cease and desist, and I haven't seen one of these letters, but you know, and there's a certain amount of hearsay going on here, but I have watched a lot of the usual suspects take on this, and the ones who've done the most research into this are unsurprisingly KDH. He is very thorough. Philip McKnight who did a bang up job with his video. So
He always does a great job.
yes, I mean, why are we surprised? He always nails it.
Always.
But the truth of the matter is, as far as we can tell at this stage, is one, we don't actually know what Fender are contesting and to what level they are contesting it. If it is, give a kid a piece of paper and a pencil, ask them to draw a guitar, and electric guitar, and 99% of the time they will draw something that you go, a Strat. If it is that level of you can't make anything that looks like that, the guitar industry is in trouble, because not only are Fender arguably one of, if not the biggest guitar brand on planet Earth, the Strat-shaped guitar is probably the most popular shape of guitar in history, and there are gazillions of them out there. Now, again, we don't have an entire list of who received these cease and desists. Again, there is a certain belief that because the original case was brought in Germany, Fender might have gone to a well-known German online music retailer, put in the word S-shaped guitar, and taken that as their master hit list.
Well, can I just say about that? Because I've just gone on to Thoman's website, because that's what you're talking about, and all the guitars are still on there. All the
of course they are.
I've
yeah.
because the certs are still there.
Because first of all, any legal matter has an answer period. I think that it's normally 30 days.
May 25th is the day that was given to respond.
Right.
Oh, wow,
right. Second of all, you don't have to. It's only a cease and desist. It's not a we will come round and shoot you if you don't destroy these guitars. It's a at best it's a we're going to tell on you.
It's a warning, is what it is.
Exactly.
It's a sternly worded letter.
Yeah.
I've been through one of these in my past career.
I've sent cease and desist. Any individual can send a cease and desist letter.
Yeah. It's not legally binding at this stage. Legally, in EU law, you cannot demand. I think what's the word, recompense, or basically demand payment for something you haven't done, something you haven't received, or something you haven't done in. There's a whole thing about it. So by Fender sending out these letters saying you owe us $35,000 for selling guitars that possibly might contravene our copyright, which has to be proven yet. It's very, very grey. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's Fender throwing their toys out of the pram and seeing what they can get away with and seeing what will stick, which personally I'm on the side of. I think it's, the Strat-shaped guitar is so ubiquitous. They can't do this in the States because there was a ruling a lot of years ago, and
2009.
Well done. That Fender didn't have the rights to the Strat shape. It was in public domain.
Public domain. It was in public domain, and it became ubiquitous with the definition of electric guitar.
Yeah. So while Leo Fender and his cohorts back in the arguably did design the Fender Stratocaster, and it's
Paul Bigsby would like a word.
Yep, thank you. And the two parallel pickups and the one jaunty one near the bridge, and
Paul Bigsby would also like a word.
Yep, and all those sort of things. In the States, this cannot stick. It's only in Europe that they think it might be able to stick. I think that's factually as far as we know. We don't know that the big we don't know is how much are they going to try and push? Are they going to try and push any double cut guitar with 3 pickups? Because arguably you could say, is a Silver Sky a Strat-shaped guitar because it's got a different headstock? Is a Silver Sky a Strat-shaped guitar because it's got cutaways in weird places?
Yes, it's a different shape. I mean,
Yeah,
but if you look at a Sir Classic S, that is exactly like a Strat.
That's exactly a Strat. So I'd like to add a couple of things here, and I'm going to add my tinfoil hat a little bit. I watched Tim Pierce's video, and if you get a guy like Tim Pierce to come out and burn bridges with Fender, like over this, that's pretty intense. Yep. And right now we don't know who all got letters. We know LSL because they've come out and said it. Mm-hmm. Now let's remember this original copyright case was about counterfeits. Alibaba, AliExpress counterfeit like $70 Stratocasters that are coming into the US, and they had Fender on the headstock.
Yeah.
Yes.
They said Fender on the headstock. So Fender decided to push this copyright argument because they feel like they could then go after anything shaped like that. A little bit of conjecture here in that point. But it's not going to hold water. It was undefended. It didn't have an actual anybody there making a case to the contrary of the point they were making, which means it's going to end up in front of a court again somewhere. Now, we do know for a fact LSL, boutique brand, already got a letter. We know they did. In Tim Pierce's video, he said, I have 6 boutique S-style guitars from brands that have all gotten letters. Mm-hmm. So they're definitely not the only one. Don't know who all's involved. John Sir posted on the Sir Facebook group said they would not be discussing the cease and desist letters. And if there were posts about it, they would be deleting them. There's a lot going on here.
Which does suggest that he did get one.
Yeah, it does suggest that he got one because that would be a legal defense. Yes. So I think Fender has always wanted to pursue this angle. I think they've always wanted to do it. I think they just now are able to do it. What has changed this year that allowed them to push it? Who owns the copyright on something?
Oh, of course.
The original creator, Leo Fender. This year, they bought from GNL the name, likeness, and rights to Leo Fender.
Yes.
They didn't own it before then.
No.
That's why that's the other reason they wanted it. I think that's my tinfoil hat. I think the other reason they wanted the Leo Fender name, because that would allow them access to things he created as artwork to pursue a copyright. And that's what this copyright is. It's about artwork.
Yeah.
Now there is an argument, and there's a very, very strong argument, that a guitar is not a piece of art. It is a tool. It is a musical instrument. Mm-hmm. And that's, again, where this all comes crashing down.
It's a paper-thin defense.
Can I just say there's been a lot of trauma over this and stuff. And what I find really funny is that when I do post a video, right, about the Tone Master amp being maybe max worth $500, $600, and they're ripping off the customers because that thing's a hunk of shit. People attack me left and right saying I have a bad back and it's for a working musician. And at $1,400, I don't think so. But when you say that, the customer is all about okay with being ripped off. Everybody's okay about that. Everybody's all happy about paying $1,400 for that pine hunk of shit right there. Right. But as soon as somebody else is attacked, now everybody's up in arms about it because everybody loves jumping on a bandwagon. But, protecting themselves. Oh, nobody wants to hear that thing is, to me, like a Line 6 Spider. Right. And pisses people off to no end. You see the messages I get.
That's called confirmation bias.
That's what pisses me off. That's why I get angry, because we have guys like us going, hey, this thing is not worth the money. Right. Fender, hey, fix your stuff here. This is not worth the money. And everybody goes nuts over it and defends them. And now they've done this to a company that you don't even know personally, but now everybody's all up in arms. I guess we should just go run out into traffic and stop traffic in the cities now over this.
Now,
that's where I get a little agitated about this.
Now, the most interesting thread and theme that goes through Tim Pierce's video, through Rhett Scholl's video, through John Cordy's video, is that we would buy Fenders if Fenders were up to the specs and the qualities of those other guitars. Because as Paul and I have said many, many times on videos, if you want to invest in instruments, let's face it, you invest in Fender or Gibson, because a great many of the other brands don't have the potential upside resell that Fenders and Fender had until this week, and Gibsons will continue to have. Now, go on.
We did go to, we both had a conversation with someone a few weeks ago, who told us that possibly the best guitars that are coming through at the moment into their shop were Fenders. The best, like, quality of components and no faults and all that sort of stuff is Fender. So it's funny that Tim Pierce said that, about companies building stuff, when a highly reputable person said that to us.
That's interesting, because the techs I know have said the opposite.
So, and also people are saying, I want high spec, high quality instruments without the ridiculously over the top price tag.
People don't want high spec Fenders. People want a Fender.
Exactly.
They don't want a high spec Fender. They don't sell. They want
when an American Strat was the American standard Strat, it didn't have 87 different sub levels, and you just and you had to figure out like who Ventura is, Ventura Pet Detective Model 6, all this stuff. When it was just Fender Strat, and then it was an HSS one, right? And
the fat Strat.
And a double fat Strat, right?
Yep. Like, and then there was the deluxe. That was the active electronics version.
Right.
But the thing is, the only person who I've heard seem to absolutely nail the Fender Strat hierarchy is John Cordy. He knew his onions when he was rattling off the Vintera 2, the Strat Plus, the Strat 2. I was like, geez, John, you've nailed this.
John works, John does work for Fender.
Yes.
So like he does video reviews for Fender.
Yes. So, but he's the only person I've heard in this whole debate. Everyone else has gone, if Fender's product line could be any more confusing of, what it is and the order and the when does a Road Worn and a Vintera 2 crossover, and why are the price of a Vintera 1 versus a Vintera 2 versus a Road Worn versus it is, to say the least, a minefield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think at the very best, and I'm saying this for myself, and you guys can either nod or shake your heads or whatever. I think at best, it's bully boy tactics, bully boy attempts from Fender to be the big kid in the playground and assert themselves and go, it's our ball and we're going to play with it. At worst, they actually think someone in a position of actual legal standing is going to side with them, and I just don't see it. None of us are legally trained, other than Vinny is, but in a different sort of way.
I think so. I think what could end up happening here, there's a couple of stances. One, we don't know if they have. We could make speculation whether they've sent a cease and desist letter to Paul Reed Smith. One, Fender does not want to try to take on Paul Reed Smith. Paul Reed Smith has been in this arena before, and they have a history of winning in this arena. And if they don't include Paul Reed Smith, they've put in a loophole where the other brands can argue, you didn't go after them. Why are you coming after us?
Exactly.
Right. Our model has a 10% difference variation. How are you coming after us?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I don't think this holds water. And therefore, regardless of anyone's opinion of whether they think Fender should or shouldn't be able to do this, that's not what we're deciding here. What we are deciding is that The courts have said the trademark doesn't. This is my stance. This is 40 Watt Podcast. Philip, this is my official stance. The courts have said they let it go too long before they tried to protect it. It is not trademarkable. I don't believe guitar body shapes in mass production are artwork that can be copywritten. And this will not hold water, and it's going to cost Fender both money and reputation.
Yep. And they should have got, and all I was going to add to that is that if obviously Fender knows they were doing this and moving forward, they really should have got out up in front of this and did a really nice social media thing saying, hey, these are coming into the States. They're fraudulent. They look just like ours. Buyer beware. By the way, we're taking legal action against these companies to stop them from coming in, yada, yada. You know, stay tuned and be a little bit more forthcoming instead of allowing 800 YouTubers to now start bitching and complaining about it and sending everybody in a panic where everybody wants to burn their Fenders. And so don't burn your Fenders. I'm going to get a little orphanage for them. So please send. Now, I only want anything past the Ventura 9. And all of those and up to Custom Shop and Masterbuilt. Send them all to me. I'll send an address. I'll put it in the link below, and I will feed them until this controversy is over.
Vinny, you know, they could even give it some kind of catchy slogan like "Play Authentic" or something like that. Would be really effective.
Right. No Fender, you suck. You know, that could have been catchy.
I think the one thing that will come of this, and I say I thought this over Play Authentic because that was such an absolute cluster, you know what, in PR.
It wasn't the fact that it wasn't the Play Authentic. It was more Mark Agnesi's weird
video. He didn't want to be there any more than any of us wanted to watch it, and you can see it on his face.
It's definitely his persona and his body language that doesn't sell that whole thing.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
but I think the people we haven't heard from here is Fender. Is it? And I'm this is pure speculation. Is it like Vinny has suggested that someone should have come up in front and gone, look, there's all this crap coming into the European market and the American market from the Far East. We don't want it. You don't want it. We're going after it. If they'd said that, we'd have all gone. We would have stood up and applauded.
Yeah, because it protects everybody.
Yeah.
Because how many times have you been? I've been scared to buy a Gibson online.
Yep.
Because I'm like, man, is that headstock cut at not the 1% angle that I need to actually get measurement tools out that like I can't check it. Like,
if they had done that and stood up and said, this is what we're doing. We're fighting for your rights to buy authentic. There, let's go that way. We'd have all stood up and applauded them. Yeah. But because they've done it this way, and it's almost like someone in a law firm somewhere has gone, hang on a minute, I've worked out how we can screw another couple of $1 billion out of Fender. There's all these other companies who are making guitars that look just like theirs. Should we just go for it? It's almost like that. But if it was any other brand, I'd have said it could well be that. But because it's such a massive brand like Fender, top brass have to know this is happening. And if they don't, they certainly do by now. And if they're not plotting an exit strategy.
Yeah, how much you want to bet they double down?
Really? You think they will?
I think they double down.
I just think that's mental.
Maybe I just want drama. Maybe that's just what it is.
I wonder if Nash got a letter.
No, not unless they're selling in the EU out of a certain retailer that I genuinely believe they just went to a European retailer, sorted all of the S-style guitars, and sent letters to all of those manufacturers.
And that would be the only person who thinks that's exactly what happened.
What could be the possibility, right? Because I've worked in hierarchies, that the people in charge of that team underneath the big guys, right? Now all this breaks out. Like, dude, what the hell did you do? Oh, well, you said to go after those dudes, and well, yeah, but I didn't send a letter. Oh, I thought you said just to like bring this to the end to the letter. Like, you mean not send the letter to everybody? Oh, snap. I mean, there could be, just saying, because I've seen it, there could be an absolute moron that's the team leader in charge of that whole team that's around that. I don't know.
It's a non-zero chance.
I'm just saying. Could happen.
I would love it if I'd love it if that was the solution to this whole debacle.
But if that is, they need to come out right away and start having public relations and saying, hey, they have no problem shooting videos for every telly and every other damn thing they come out with. Look, flip flop finish, check it out, right? Like
they should have done that on Monday.
Yeah, that should have been come out because the internet is going. I mean, look at the people in the chat here. No offense to everybody watching, but there's some people pissed, right? They're going to show up at Paul's house and like burn his house down with his custom shop master builts in there. They're so mad, like Frankenstein's monster. But I don't know. I'm still putting my Ron Ellis pickups in my Fender custom shop Stratocaster.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are.
I paid a lot of money for this crap. Not this, my guitar, and this is going in there to make it sound good.
I think there's two very different arguments here, though. From a what do we do about it? Am I going to stop playing my 1977 Strat? No. If I was about to do a big tour as the guitarist next to Shania Twain, would I be thinking twice about taking a Fender Strat on a tour with me?
Nobody would care.
No one cares because the audience don't give a monkeys.
No, the audience don't, but maybe the industry does.
No,
if you were seen as a Strat endorsee,
now you're going to be blacklisted for playing a Strat.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
He's not going to play Strats, or
there's no chance whatsoever that I'm going to get picked up as first guitar for 19th guitar on a world tour.
All right, that's it. Everybody, get rid of your stuff by Rickenbackers. We're all going to play those.
So we are going to plow through. We are going to plow through the comments, but obviously, if we have covered stuff already, we'll skip over because otherwise we're going to be here. We could be here all night talking about one thing. Paul, is there any news?
There's one bit of news.
Do the news. I mean, that's not Fender related, or is it Fender released? Fender Japan have released 1,500 new models.
Yeah, no, it's not as bad as that. So PRS Ed Sheeran baritone now available in 3 new finishes. Well, to me, I think they put all the finishes on one guitar, haven't they? Look at the state of that. Look at the state of this.
That was a good one.
Look, that is, what the hell are they thinking? He said, Ed, what color do you want? He said, oh, I like green.
All of them.
I like blue. No,
actually, if you go back and look at the Al Di Meola one,
I know.
Back in the day, it was the same thing.
I know, but that just looks weird. It looks. I just don't get it. I just
way too many frets for an Ed Sheeran guitar.
I just don't. I look at that and I go, oh, that's all right. It's just funny. In some pictures, it just looks weird.
It looks like something Carlos Santana would play.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
I like it.
How much?
I don't like the color, but I like the guitar itself.
Weird.
Does it only come in that color?
No, they've got a weird like rose, the pink ombre, but the orange tiger isn't bad at all.
Oh, look at the wonky! Look at the wonky.
Yeah,
that's a wonky finish, isn't it?
Yeah, it does a weird thing.
Yeah.
Go to the other finish. Hold
on, let me have a look. The orange tiger one.
Yeah.
Let me have a quick look.
Maybe we're just all old. Maybe that is actually hip.
No, that looks like old PRS to me. I don't like that at all.
I like that one. I wouldn't buy one.
I'm sure it plays great. I'd love it, and I'd like it. How much is it?
They're about 1,600 quid, I think, for an SE. 1,500.
That's quite a lot.
Isn't it? It is. It's 1,500 quid for an Indonesian made.
Well, that's what the semi-hollows all they all go for like $1,500. Yeah. All the SE semi-hollows, and it's got the piezo pickup in there as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still, it's not. I'd like to have a baritone, and if that was the baritone to get, then yeah, it could be worse.
Anyway, that's me done.
That was a short news week.
I think we're all done. I think everyone's gone. We're not releasing anything this week. No one's going to talk about it.
Right. There was a bunch of stuff planned, but nobody.
Yeah.
And if you hate Fender, hit the like and subscribe. If you like Fender, hit the like and subscribe.
And if you don't care about Fender, we'll talk about something else next, but not next.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the next 100 comments are nothing but commentary on the conversation around Fender.
Steven says, hi guys, if it wasn't for companies like Jet or Harley Benton and Schecter, I wouldn't be able to get a choice in left-handed Strat shapes and in different colors, not just black. And Fender needs to stop making so many top-end models and concentrate on good quality mid-price models.
I agree with that whole entire statement.
I think they've got a ton of mid-price models, but not in left-handed.
And none that anybody can understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Anton, what's your opinion using oil or wax for rosewood and Palfaro fretboards? I use lemon oil.
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I use the oil from my fingers because I play my guitars.
Interesting.
Look at you, Captain Controversial.
I'm not endorsed by, but I do use Dr. Duck's Axe Wax.
Oh, that's cool.
And it goes a very long way. And I had one explode all over the couch once.
Oh.
I bet you were popular.
Oh my God. I'm like, babe. I'm like, get a towel, get something. But
Get a new sofa.
Anyway, I got a thing of it somewhere I could show everybody, but I like it because I also use lemon oil too. So, which is really mineral oil with lemon scent in it, but I'll use both. So I actually will treat the board with the lemon oil first and let it sit, do a second treatment on it, wipe it off, and then I'll use this wax stuff and you put it on and then you just buff it off. It works great.
I've been using Monty's Presso.
Espresso, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Monty Espresso.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
The other thing I do that I will add is I clean my strings with finger ease, which it's not fast fret, but it's
I've got some here somewhere.
But yeah,
this is also a string lube.
Oh, see, there you go. And some of that treats my fretboard also.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've got the stuff that you put between your fingers as well to keep your movement nice and not sweaty.
Like Jergens?
Astroglide?
Something like that. I don't know. Vaseline? I don't know.
Yeah, he was talking about left-handed guitars, that guy. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's move on.
Wes, I think speaker always matters when it comes to guitar. There you go.
Yeah.
Lauren, my thoughts, any F guitar before 2020 should be considered sacred, and I won't buy from any other of their brands until they divest. Okay, nice. Blind Man Gary, hi all. A JHS pedal's big in the UK because I don't seem to see many UK YouTube videos on them, many American ones. Yeah, they don't tend to. I don't know who they use for their videos, but no, we're not. I've never been a JHS.
It's none of the usual English suspects, is it?
No,
I never really noticed that, but there's some credit to that statement because I think they're right.
But Josh does most of his own videos.
Yeah,
he's brilliant at it.
Yeah,
he does send a few out. There's a few folks that do videos for him, but it's not a bunch.
Yeah, it doesn't need to probably.
Yeah.
Miserable Geezer. Evening, guys. Regarding the Fender blow up, Nicky V just put out a video where he has a lawyer friend who specializes in copyright law. Worth a look. Who's Nicky V? I like. Yeah, nice one. Cheers, Miserable Geezer.
I'm going to look for that one.
Yeah. Sigurd Sigurdsson makes me happy to be a Sir fan these days. Yeah. Where? Lauren, does anyone make an S Maple guitar with the aged tint anymore? An S Maple.
Well, Strat Maple body.
Oh, a Strat
Maple body.
Oh, maybe.
That'd be heavy.
That'd be really heavy.
You don't want that.
You may as well buy a PVT 60 at that point.
Nice bit of rock maple. It's going to tear your shoulder off.
I think the old Valley Arts used to be solid maple.
Did they really?
They were heavy.
Mm-hmm. I had a custom built solid maple guitar once as well. It was awful.
No.
God,
just
it was
no.
awful. I know, yeah. No, definitely. Without a doubt, no. Hollywood actress, that Shabatnik Flame is Wild. Can't see
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. Yes, it is a great guitar, that.
Pat says,
All right.
All right.
L.
There's Pet new telly.
What the L?
Yes, Al. Hey up, chats. What's happening? I'm stuck in the south. Get me out of here. Oh, mate, you must be. You're in pure luxury.
Living it up.
Yeah, mate.
Electricity, carpet, curtains, all mod cons.
People
Yeah.
with most of their teeth.
Yeah. hygienic women. I'm in a joke. I'm gonna have to cut that out, aren't I? I know.
This
No,
is a man.
leave it.
The man you share a room with at NAM, mate. So.
Yeah, he's gonna come. Graham, plus going to open a bottle of red wine before you start the Fender discussion. Nice one.
That was probably a good idea.
I hope you opened it in time.
Al says, on another note, is anyone going to the Oxfordshire Guitar Show on Sunday? No. No.
Danny is.
I went once.
Danny's going.
Danny?
Sapco?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I went once.
badges.
It was I went once. I went all the way up to Oxford.
It was brief, wasn't it?
I think I was in there for like half an hour, and it was it wasn't great. But it's because it's small. It's Leon. Evening chat. It's been a while, but I hope all is good. And to you, mate. Happy hump day. I hope all is well with you guys. Thanks, Herb.
It is.
Yes, thank you. Hollywood. With the internet going wild and everyone talking Fender, could it be a good PR? Any non-super guitar enthusiast may not care. Exactly. So any parents looking to buy a guitar for their kids would just buy Fender. Possibly.
You're not wrong. I mean,
Is that the whole kind of there's no such thing as bad publicity?
Oh, there is.
I think only like 10 to 15% of the guitar playing public watches YouTube, pays attention to any of this stuff. But you know who does? Fender's dealers.
Yes.
And they've already started to have issue with Fender. So,
Okay.
well, I mean, Fender's going direct and undercutting all their dealers in the US. There is no map pricing in the UK and Europe, but over here in the US, the retailers can't go below a certain price, but Fender can dip below it and still make money.
Yeah.
It's very, yeah. I mean, map pricing in the US is a thing.
Mhm.
We have RRP over here, recommended retail price, but again, it's the first R is the giveaway. It's recommended.
Yeah.
Apart from Apple, who still tend to do that, James, in the UK, fixed prices in the UK.
But they do have the monopoly because only they and APRs, Apple Premium resellers, can sell Apple products. It's not like anybody can buy it.
Yeah, still APRs. But Will says all 5 of my guitars are on Hercules stands for exactly the reasons you mentioned. Nice.
Yep.
And all of mine are on Hercules hangers. Yes, yes.
Yeah, if you've got a nitro guitar, yeah. Ah, Mr. Landon.
Hello,
He said,
Landon.
I bought my Tesla before Fender went insane. There you go. JB, coming in late to the party, but have you tried Baum guitars? They're from Denmark, and I'm from Sweden, but they look very cool. I think they do. They've got an Indonesian, or they've got a Far Eastern range, and they've got a
Danish custom shop.
Danish
Right?
custom shop.
I had a Baum for a while, and I really liked it.
Cock and ball headstock, isn't it?
Yes, I really liked it. Other than the cock and ball headstock, which was a Generation 1 headstock. They have since changed it.
Yeah.
I really like the guitar. I really like the pickups. It was asked for back eventually. I mean, geez, the audacity of these companies. I only had one of the Indonesian ones, but it was a really nice guitar. I liked it. So yeah, and it's.
I found one. I found the ball sack. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, it's like a ball sack. It's rubbish.
It's I liked the guitars. Yes,
I've played the imports. They're good. I liked them.
Johnny, shout out to Samuel Lee, Sam Wood, Richard Watson, more guitars. Nice. Pete says, hi chaps, is there a big tonal difference between the ES335 and ES339 models? Phil's the expert on this.
Yeah, big time. I've had a 339 and I have my wife's 339 back there and a couple of 335s. There's a difference. It's you get a little bit of the character of the hollow body. There's like this I hate the buzzwords people use, so I'm trying to figure out. There's something in the mid range that hollow body guitars do. The 339 does that less than a 335, but you're not gonna. It gets much. I think the 339 sounds more like a Les Paul than it does a 335.
I'm curious as to how you pulled that particular stunt off, Phil. You said, honey, for your birthday, I've bought me a Gibson 339.
No. She bought it. I mean, I think I chipped in a little bit for it, but she wanted one, and now never plays it. I've played it more than she has. But yeah, she owns an amp too. So
well done.
Vinny, Dunlop Flow.
Oh yeah, we talked about those as well.
Yeah,
it's a video coming out tomorrow all about Dunlop Flows.
There you go. One of those.
It's gonna
flop.
Is this Fender's first salvo towards a licensing agreement with big manufacturers and retailers?
It will never stick.
They would love for it to be.
Yeah.
The only people, as far as I'm aware, who actually do have a licensing agreement with Fender is Warmouth, because obviously
no, they don't.
Do they not?
No. It's that they're licensed, so they have to pay them a
yes.
So that's what we're saying.
They're not. It's not like Fender have approved it. They've just got to pay them a fee.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Am I arguing against something you didn't say? I do
No,
apologize.
I'm just trying to work out what. So if they do pay them a license, they should presumably they've got a licensing agreement with them. Otherwise, it would be them just here, Fender, have 20 quid. There you go. We can use the Fender body. We can do the Fender body shapes.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah, sorry. I was just a bit lost. That's all. Does happen occasionally.
Fractal question, if in.
Oh, thank God. I have a different question.
Hang on.
It's down a little further.
Down there. There we go. There we go.
Would you go for the AM? Okay. Would you go for the AM4, the FM3 model? Thoughts, please. With the FM3's got more power, so go for the FM3. If you can, if the price isn't a problem, go for the FM3.
It's awesome. You will not be disappointed. If you need the FM4, as in you think the FM4 is right for you, you don't think you'll use the FM3 power, buy the FM3, and then you'll be glad of the extra power when you do start getting more creative.
Yeah, I think get the FM3. Johnny says, apology, my shout out was regarding Northwest Guitar Show. Great players and nice to see a young guy from the UK making affordable great guitars. Nice.
Very cool.
As long as they're not strat shaped.
Sam, evening rats, greetings from just outside the ULEZ zone, West London. Nice.
What's that, Reading? I was in Reading. I had a gig on Saturday night.
Did you?
Nice.
I did. I played with a brass quintet and drums. It was great. The bass player was my buddy of mine on sousaphone.
Oh, nice.
That sounds like a really fun gig.
Awesome. No vocals to worry about. No one was going, can't hear myself. It was great. It was a perfect gig.
Yeah, because every brass player knows if I can't hear myself, I just play louder.
Yep.
Lauren, Fram, if you want something that feels like a real cab, get a power amp and check out the Celestion F12 X200s. They move a lot of air and feel. Feel real.
Okay.
Nice. Roof and Mill for us all. Clawback guitars. What did we do? Clawback guitars. What did we do?
I'm just seeing if there's any more.
No, don't know.
No.
Might need to explain to us a little bit more. Roof and a Mill for us all. Like the slogan though. Lauren, the lawsuit language really, I think, is mistranslated. They were selling YJM, SRV, and EVH clones that had Fender logos on them in the pictures. Yes, but they're still going after LSL and
they're going after people who aren't making counterfeit Fenders.
Yeah. They're still doing
that. They're putting their own brands on. They're doing their own tweaks, their own changes. But yes.
Yeah. Hollywood actress. The dog was sent in by Fender. No, people, he's all right. He's gone. He's left us.
Yeah.
Lauren, both are good, but the FM3 can make about any sound. AM4 is more like a Tonex pedal with a few decent effects and great amps. There we go. Is it worth noting that when FMIC bought Fender from CBS back in 1985, that didn't include most of the existing patents or machinery? What do they actually own?
I think it did include the machinery. I think
because
wrong.
they're still stamping out bridges on those old machines.
Yeah, they're still using all the same old machines. You can go watch. There's a video that just came out recently that talked about with who was it that did that video?
Andertons went and did a factory tour.
Andertons did that, but the building didn't come with it. They had, because that's why in 1985 there are, I won't say none, but there's almost no U.S. made Fenders from 1985. That's when they brought the Japanese in to make all of their lines in Japan in 1985, because they didn't have a factory. They were setting it up that year.
Okay.
Gok says guitar shape isn't intellectual property any more than a violin, a grand piano, or a hatchback car. Imagine if Steinway and Son says, only we can make grand pianos. It's bullying effort.
There's going to be more comments, and I have something to add a little later down the road here.
1965, Fender was sold.
Yes.
And then it was sold again in 85.
Yes.
Todd, I thought we were going to talk about black color G's extract.
See, told you it was relevant.
Yeah, Todd's not interested in guitars. Todd's like, what?
What? Where's the Marmite or Vegemite discussion?
Lauren, it's James's fault. Lauren, nothing in the US other than logos, names, and UIPs. So if they're talking amongst themselves, let's go past it.
Yep.
Willie, he says the Strat shape guitar is most popular because of Fender. So anyone else using it amounts to theft. The Strat shape is the most popular because of Fender. I don't think so.
Will's defending Fender. It's fine, and that's okay. That's a fair view to have.
Yeah.
But if they had trademarked it when they should have, I would also be defending Fender. But they didn't.
No, it was like there was a couple of 3 years ago when Lego in Denmark let all their trademarks and IP lapse.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chinese manufacturers jumped on it within moments. Basically, clearly someone in an office didn't hit return on an email, and within moments there were Chinese copies of Lego kits out in the world.
I told you
there was Lepin, all sorts of things.
There's a token moron that works in a division for that company that didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Yeah,
correctly.
Yeah. There's always one, and it was that sort of scenario. So, yeah, who knew? Even back in the 60s, it happened.
You know, if I could add real quick without boring everybody, but several years back when we had tasers at the agency, and we went to a new company that made a taser-like device, they were sued by Axon, and they lost everything overnight. The whole company was shut down. Our agency got a federal order to turn over all those patent infringed devices for destruction. And it wasn't because the device was a copy. They had copyrighted the science behind neuromuscular incapacitation. So we had to turn over like thousands of devices and didn't get any money for them, and they had to be destroyed.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've kind of been in a loop of something not exactly like this, but when a federal order demands that you turn it over for destruction because you have copy infringed devices, you do it.
All I hope is that when Fender do it, they do it in a really comedy way with a track digger or something like that.
Also, today I learned taser is a trademarked term of the Axon Corporation and not a generic term for. It's like Kleenex. That's not what those are called. They're tissues.
What's the thing that you have that sucks up all the dirt in your house?
That's a vacuum, not a Hoover.
No, to us it's a Hoover.
No, it's a vac. Oh my gosh.
To me, it's a Hoover.
Oh my God.
Anyway, it was interesting to see that all unfold.
Yeah.
You know, but there was active copyrights involved, and you know, legalized.
And in the tech space, people generally are on top of that stuff these days. But in the musical instrument space, back in the 50s and 60s, nobody gave a hoot about it.
Ali, Fender shot themselves in the foot with their own claim for copyright. They banged on about the body being that of a woman. You cannot copyright something that's naturally occurring. Fender suck.
Billyism.
That's really good. Jim, all my Fender Squire guitars will be put in storage and never be played again. You might as well sell them then. If you're not going to play them, you might as well sell them.
Just sell them and enjoy them, man. Because here's the deal: Fender don't care what you're doing. Like, you're hurting yourself. Honestly, I hate to say it. You're harming yourself by not enjoying what you spent your money on. Only because, like, you think any CEOs from that company on a yacht right now gives a crap what you're gonna do with your guitar? They don't care.
Will says, I'm with Fender on this. Nice. It's good to have.
I do feel you're very much outnumbered, Will, but that's not to say you shouldn't be allowed entitled to your opinion.
No, listen. I'm all about both sides. Fine, yeah, but don't harm yourself over this. I mean, there's no reason to. Like, I got these awesome Ron Ellis pickups that are gonna go in my Strat. Did I mention that? And I'm going to put it in my Strat, and I'm going to enjoy these pickups in that guitar, because that's why I got these pickups, was to go into that guitar, and.
I mean, I'm in no hurry to sell my Fender guitars either. You know, that's it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't help Fender anymore that I continue to own them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Roof and Mill for us all says, what gets me is the audacity to demand guitars already sold to be clawed back.
Oh,
gotcha. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That is,
and that is really what the documents say. That is legitimately what it says.
It's crazy, isn't it? Lauren says, "Oh yeah, they're talking amongst themselves."
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
JP, historically, the Spanish luthiers copyrighted their own headstock, but not bodies. Therefore, Fender got to own the Strat headstock shape, but not the rest. Same reason for Gibson struggled with the V, etc. Okay. Emil, in my opinion, Fender is taking a hard line to try to eventually get some licensing concessions. That would be a win-win. I think that's probably right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But what's interesting though, and I say we will get off this at some point this month.
Yeah, not today.
Is that when Gibson do it to one company, it's a lawsuit. When Fender do it to lots of companies, it's a travesty.
Yep.
And
even Fender does not have the money to defend against multiple companies banding together.
No. Because if they haven't sent one of these to PRS, you get why didn't you go for them? Get out of jail free card.
Yep.
And if they did, all Paul has got to say, Paul Reed Smith, not Paul Drew, has got to say is, right, you lot, we're doing a class action. Who's got a couple of quid to throw in, and we'll all go and get the you know what's.
That's what they did in 2009 when Fender tried to chase the trademark. That was a class action. A bunch of companies banded together and said, nope. And that's how it worked.
Yeah. And I don't think anything's really going to happen here. If anything, it's going to happen over there. And you're going to see maybe they're not going to be allowed. Nobody that's making Strat style guitars is going to be able to get them out of from the States out. You know what I mean? Just like, if I wanted a Nick Huber Krauster 2, not a 3. I bought a 2 because I already found somebody in the States that had one for sale, but they are not sent to the States.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I would love to know
the G word.
I would love to know behind, in the office of Hans Thoman, who is no doubt also in receipt of one of these letters.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, Harley Benton is got to be top of the top of the what's the word, the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I would love to know what's going on in his head, because financially financially on his own he could take on Fender.
Yep.
No problem at all. Arguably he brings in enough money into Germany and into the EU that there's a certain amount of sway that someone like that would have to say, look, we bring in, we do this much business, we make this many jobs, we give this many jobs to these people. Why would you possibly jeopardize that with some ridiculous You know, all that sort of stuff does go through at the end of the day one person's mind, the judge.
Yeah.
You know, they are people when all said and done. They might be learned and very educated in the ways of the law, but they are still people, and the common sense generally prevails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is some of these companies, what do you say? Take the piss? Is that your term?
That's exactly the phrase.
They go a little bit too far. Like I was, I search different models all the time on Reverb, and I was looking at Brian May guitars because I was looking at some of the old Guild ones, and I saw a Harley Benton one, I believe, that was a complete knockoff of the Brian May BMG, the new ones that are made, and I'm like, dude, what the hell's that? You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing that? You know? And so I think that this is a lot of this stuff is, and I'm not trying to defend Fender. I just think a lot of this stuff has come to a head now because of this. The same thing with what was it? The Klon, but it wasn't a Klon. It was just a Centaur thing or whatever. That was a big controversy not too long ago. It's just too close to the original thing that it's you're just regurgitating somebody else's stuff. And I think that's the problem.
But with tech, with a pedal, for example, you know, it's all very well designing it to look the same, but there was the argument that the circuitry behind it was practically the same, and therefore you've not only got an aesthetic, an artistic, copyrightable thing, you've also got a what's the word? It's between. There's a term between copyright and trademark, and I can't remember what it is, but it's basically you've got like the technical schematics are the same, therefore it's a clone, a copy.
Yeah.
So
and I just like put it in a different enclosure, do something different, you know, have your own style or something. You don't have to steal other people's ideas. And this is where I guess Fender, if you're looking from their perspective, might say that people are stealing their idea. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just think it's coming to a head because it's getting a little too close.
Yeah.
Paul, there's a reason Fender went after the Chinese seller first. They knew they wouldn't turn up, and they'd be more likely when, which gives them a legal precedent to use against others. Yep. The roof and meal. Question is, who bought a Fender today? Not I. I don't think.
Yeah. Not I.
I guarantee though, this is news in our world. It's not news to little Johnny who's dragged his mum into Anderton's to buy his first guitar, and he wants the one that his hero plays, be it Noel Gallagher, be it Eric Clapton, be it Gary Moore, be it whoever. I guarantee he couldn't give two monkeys.
Yep.
You think,
100%.
yeah, but do you think the workers in that shop are going to be pushing Fenders? Do you reckon the workers in Anderton's or, you know, or Toman or whatever? Do you think
if that's what sells and gets them a commission so they can feed their families? I hope it is.
Yeah.
Well, interestingly, Toman, the sales teams in Toman and the shop staff don't work on commission.
Oh, well then,
So
no,
it doesn't make any difference to them.
Yeah,
They might be pushing them just to get them sold and get them out the door before things get worse.
that's true.
Possibly.
well, there are plenty of other artists and YouTubers who will take Fender's money. So in the grand scheme of things, Tim Pierce is irrelevant.
The most recorded guitarist in history with over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube.
I suspect irrelevant is possibly pushing it a little far.
Yeah.
But I mean, there will be plenty of weekend warrior guitar players who will not know who Tim Pierce is.
100%.
And just to bring things back to life, 3, 2, 1.
Willie. Hello, Willie.
The 40 Willie podcast.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's a good name for a podcast.
Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan.
Michael
I'd subscribe to that.
Boom, there's the thing. Buying Leo's name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
JP, Fender have always wanted the copyright. I can't help but agree that this is about A, stopping exact copies, B, issuing manufacturing licenses.
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, the guitar is a tool, but the shape is artwork, so therefore copyrightable.
Yeah, applied art. That's a hard one. That's a really hard argument to go down. It's like trying to say,
I have a Phillips screwdriver.
Right.
And
sorry,
it's
you can't make one. It's artwork. You can't make a claw hammer because that's artwork. You can make a hammer.
It was the same thing. It was like, well, let's just say Ford developed the first automobile, right? And
Right.
now nobody else can have an automobile from a different manufacturer that's got 4 wheels and a steering wheel.
Yeah.
Because it's a copy.
Yeah, despite the fact that horse-drawn buggies had those things.
Right.
And it's very difficult, isn't it?
Clarhart Coalfield. So I want to swap my Epiphone pickups for Lola Eldorado humbucker. Nice.
Got my vote.
Do it.
Yep. Do
As
it.
long as you're not doing it on a Sheraton or a casino or something like that, because nobody wants to go through that pain.
Still do it. Just
get a tech to do it.
seek therapy afterwards.
Remember, play authentic.
Ali, and Fender acoustics no longer available as they are the same shapes as Martin. True.
Do you think he'll have that on his tombstone? It'll be on the bottom, underneath the so and so, Mark and Lizzie, born so and so, died so and so, and on the bottom is like play authentic.
Probably.
God, I think he's trying to forget it.
Michael, soon Spiders will be suing Line 6.
Yeah, but that's not for copyright. That's for defamation.
That's a good one, Mike.
I'm not even sure what that means.
Standard.
Mark, yes, he's yes, it was good. It was good. Paul, Leo didn't do anything for artistic reasons. He was an engineer. Everything he did was for functional reasons.
Yeah, it's a good point. Well made.
Hollywood, the EU is very much about open competition. So if this goes to a higher court, it might be thrown out. Also, copyright is as a finite period too.
Mm.
I bought Fenders because I can't afford Sirs. Lol. Lol. I have Fireflies that are better quality than some of the newer made in America Fenders. Actually, quite better as far as hardware. I've never played one, so I can't really comment on that. Fireflies.
Now, at this point, I'm going to say something controversial. Like we haven't said enough of things.
Oh boy.
I think Willie might have a little bit of the old confirmation bias going on.
Willie, modern Fenders are excellent.
I think Willie might be a Fender player.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely nothing at all.
Roof, I would rather have a playable instrument than a Fender.
Yeah.
Graham, my son's player Strat was atrocious. Bad fretwork. My Indonesian Fender is great, so it depends where and when it is made too. Yeah.
I also think it just depends on the day that person's having.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yep.
What happens when Gibbo sent out those letters a few years ago? Didn't anything happen, or did they just stop?
No, it absolutely. Since then they've sued and beaten Dean twice. They have licensing agreements with a few other brands for their body shapes. They protected several of their because they had the trademarks, because they've maintained and defended their trademarks. I mean, they lost the single cut to Paul Reed Smith. They did lose that one in the years before, but they've managed to maintain the Explorer, the Flying V, and some of their other shapes.
Interesting.
And there are some brands that have licensing agreements to use those shapes.
Willie says, I love the American Fenders. I have an Ultra and a Pro too. Nice. For Willie, Paul Reed Smith is a novel.
Later on, he's going to say, I've never met him.
Sound and Vision is Evening Rats. Good to see you all. Great show as always. Sigh. Nice.
We're doing our best.
Steinstruck. Fender never did file for trademark on the Strat body, not for ages. Companies don't do that, but sell their products worldwide. Their products become public domain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gok, the best thing I've read about the matter is, did Fender just hire Jaguar's PR team?
You laugh, but Fender is owned by a car dealership in Hawaii, so that's possible, actually.
Yeah.
It could be Jaguar's PR team.
Yeah, the new Jag is, well, yes.
Hollywood, who's driving this at Fender? New CEO or external investors? Not the recent Nashville Roadshow in 75 years, which had great reviews. Everyone was getting excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's shameful that this comes on the back of that concert, that show they did in Nashville around the Telecaster.
Yeah.
It's really sad because that was really cool.
Yeah.
Graham, play Fender. Betty Le Plume, how was Richie Blackmore and Hendrix were able to get away with the humming noises during recordings back in the 70s? A Strat had 3 positions without hum cancelling. Because you can't hear the hum. You can't hear the hum. You can't hear the hum when people are playing through it.
When they're playing.
They didn't stop playing.
Yeah,
that's it.
And when they stop playing, they turn the volume down.
Yep.
Well, you automatically hold the copyright to a piece of artwork. You don't have to register it. So once Fender acquired GNL, they have the copyright.
You're still pushing whether or not it's a copyrightable piece of art. Also, copyright in the U.S. We're quoting U.S. copyright law here. U.S. copyright is good for 70 years after the death of the creator. Leo died in 1991. They've got 35 years at best.
Michael, I truly hope all other builders join together and counter sue Fender and make them pay. Footwork Willie, sorry lads, I do enjoy this Wednesday stream, but if it's Fender talk all night, I'm out, and I'll catch you again next week. Cheers, Willie.
I promise we won't be talking about Fender next week. Well, I certainly won't.
We could talk about soup. That went over big last time. No
soup, chocolate, and Marmite.
Yeah.
Paul, and I said so that talking amongst themselves.
Yeah, yarp. Hang on.
Even Paul's had enough, I can tell.
Yeah, boom.
Ali, support your national luthiers. You can get a flawless, perfect, unique guitar for half the price of a big company mass-produced design that everyone and their cat has. I disagree. I don't think. I think
so. I disagree too.
Yeah, I think the small luthiers are more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told somebody wanted to buy a War Moth.
Yeah.
For me to put one together.
Yeah.
And they asked me how much, and I'm like, it's gonna be at least probably $2,000. A minimum, and not $2,000 in labor. You know what I mean? I was gonna just charge them $500 in labor, but when they heard the price, they were like, "Oh, forget that." You know what I mean? Well, the parts alone, minimum, you're like at $1,400.
Yeah,
you know.
Steve said, "I have to admit, I did participate in the avalanche of Fender vids, but I think my vid was largely misunderstood. My fault for the clicky thumbnail and title, though. Nice."
Steve, the fact you were misunderstood had nothing to do with the thumbnail, mate. Love you, Steve.
I don't think the audience would care what you play. They'll be watching the singer. That's pretty fair.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Divided by time. I have a Helix floor. If I were to jam with a drum and bass player, what would I need to be heard loud enough? An FRFR speaker, or just plug it straight into the PA?
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be fun. Hollywood, a lot of people have been asking for PRS SE baritone. There were so loads. PRS has done loads of baritones, SE baritones.
Yeah. I thought they're not a semi hollow, had they?
Yeah.
I know they did the 777. I think that's the model.
Is it?
They did that baritone, but that was a solid body. I didn't think they did a semi hollow baritone.
I'm sure I played one 10 years ago.
Okay. I'm admittedly not very well versed on PRS models.
Alec, hello mate. He said 128 watching, only 30 likes. Come on, chaps, get on it. Cheers, Alec. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, give us a like and subscribe. Even we won't go on about Fender anymore.
No, we're leaving that one, letting it rest.
We're just going to get to the bottom of these ones, and then we're going to.
Evening troops, evening finger.
Finger blasting for dummies.
So wrong, isn't it? So wrong.
That's awesome.
I'm so sweet and innocent. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I'll tell you off air.
Will, enjoy the rest of this chat. I have to be off now. Have a great evening. You too, Will. Have a good one. Nikki V has glorious hair. I don't even know who Nikki V is. Weasel Crit. I buy a film at night, Kiesel guitar. There you go.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to get in the UK. Wackadoo. F this rubbish. Vegemite rules. What I make?
So wrong.
I don't think I've had Vegemite or Marmite, so
Oh, mate, we'll have to bring some Marmite when we come over in January.
No.
You're very lucky. I still have PTSD from it.
Is it like UK what is the I can't remember the liquor in Chicago, Malort. It's like UK Malort.
No idea what that is.
Malort is a liquor that is famous for being bad.
A bit like what's Jägermeister?
Oh, it makes Jägermeister taste like honey and happiness.
Oh my god.
Paul, statuary and limited edition sculpture cast, handmade limited edition tapestries, and
he's defining copyrighted works of art.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got
Okay. That's UK law, not US and not EU though.
Yeah, it's at best complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Blind man Gary said, I would rather have one of those new baritone guitars from Gretsch than those Fender ones.
Oh, the new baritones from Gretsch do look kind of cool, but my problem is all of the import jet Gretches look cheap. They just don't look very good. They play great, they sound great, they just don't look good.
Shame.
Walrus. Oh crap! Almost missed the rats. Well,
here we are.
Got there in time.
You might be wishing for other things. We're halfway through.
Weasel says Casino Guitars had a video on Map today, and I'm not really happy.
Oh,
Map.
Manufactured the pricing.
Advertised price. Okay.
Advertised price. Minimum advertised pricing. That's it.
Walrus. I mostly buy Fender copies at this point with the legal headstock. Rack Revival. I tried my Imperial bypassing cab sim IR and going into my rack. Sounded glorious. The crunch tones are very musical too. If I crank the lead channel and my Demeter mid boost, I get a cool fuzz. Love eye. Nice.
Nice.
Sorry. Wait. I think it's on the necks, not on the bodies. If you were speaking to licensing currently in America, there's no need on the licensing.
Yeah. That's what Warmoth licenses is the body, the headstock. It's actually the headstock that they license.
And I have one right here.
Yep.
Jeff, I can't stay and watch, but I certainly had enough time to click the like button. You can do it too. Cheers, Jeff.
Oh, what a paragon.
Yeah, Jeff.
I like you did there.
Ali, Vinny, if you put your tuner in the QMX input, you'll get a gain in a loop and have a mute. Put a gain either side of your fuzz that way.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Put it before the thing altogether.
Yeah.
So that means, okay. I gotcha. That's a good idea.
Oh, Quartermaster. Okay. Finger Blast. Danish Pete hates the quad cortex. I don't know if he does or not. Wes, so what's with all the Line 6 pod videos popping up?
Nostalgia.
It's not what it used to be.
Is it? Are they all popping up?
Yeah. I think Danish Pete did one. You did one. I've got one. I've got probably never going to do a video.
I did one. Danish Pete did one.
Yeah. People have done videos, and y'all aren't alone. There's a few others that have popped up with videos on them.
For Willie, marmalade and lemon curd. Oh, marmalade.
None.
Oh, you Americans, you got just...
No, I do marmalade.
Thick cut marmalade as well. None of this rindless rubbish.
Do you like the lime one?
Yeah, love the lime one.
Yeah, that's really good. Walrus, this whole thing smells like a judge or two were bought off. I lost all respect for our legal system in USA when I was 16. They are just people.
Yeah, but this wasn't in the US.
No.
This was in Deutschland.
Yeah.
Wes? No, it's a Dyson. It's true.
These days. It's a Henry these days for me.
Oh my gosh.
Lol. Do you put the amp in the boot?
Do you put the amp in the boot of the trunk?
In the boot.
Back of the van.
There you go. In the cargo hold.
Yeah.
Jim, you guys are right. I will continue to play the Squires. I was just letting off some steam. I know. Yeah. Good.
That's the way to do it.
Lauren, skip my banter, please.
I think he means
skip.
Oh.
Yes.
You can't ask us to skip it later when we're going to read it and get a comment where you tell us to skip it.
Well, Russ, I'm glad Marshall cannot shut down Friedman. there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Finger blasting says my fart smells sticky. No.
Oh, those are words.
They are definitely words. Scott, I love my Strats and Tellys. I already paid for them, so I'm going to use them. Good man.
Amen.
Heck yeah.
Wait,
Hooah!
lighter note, I dialed in the perfect Clapton Old Love Tone on my Two Rocks Sod this weekend.
Studio Overdrive.
Can't stop playing it and noodling over it. Nice.
Lovely pattern. Love that.
Yeah. Yep.
Harley Benton Behringer are the most degaff companies when it comes to ripping others off.
Yep.
That's their point. Well, Russ, I think the problem is we are in an
Inflationary recession.
That is why companies are desperate to protect their revenue.
Yeah, I think that ship sailed.
Gok, replica was a secret word for Fender team. We're looking for, but couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Lauren, assuming Roland is watching this case hard. Don't you?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what Roland would. Are they gonna go after everyone who makes an electronic keyboard?
Yeah.
Scott, trade dress.
Okay.
Well, just a thought. If Fender can demonstrate using Leo's notes and drawings that there was artistic intent to the body design, then the copyright will still be valid.
The drawings could be copywritten.
Yes, that's the thing. It's the thing, not the use of the thing to make the thing, isn't it? It's there's all sorts of levels of grey in there.
And there's no one who's ever talked about Leo Fender who would make an argument about artistic intent about anything he ever did.
Oh, man. Even my awesome guitars that may look fantastic, but I never go, they're a piece of art.
No.
Never. In my mind, never.
Michael says, being 77 coming from the era when cars had all their own designs, I still think of all Strat style guitars as Fender copies. Not very creative, inventive types, just wanting to cash in.
I don't disagree with you.
No, I get it.
Hollywood shops will likely need to sell Fenders they have in stock, as I think shops have to buy a decent amounts in order to stock them. Plus, the markup is tiny.
It's a huge amount they have to buy.
It's a huge amount they have to buy. It's a huge stocking commitment, and the markup these days is tiny. The days of getting 30 points on a guitar are long gone.
Yeah, that's why Fender can sell at 30 points off.
Because they're selling a manufacturer without distribution, without shop margins in the way.
Michael, got my first Strat February 65. Nice. Got to meet Leo twice. 65 at Fender and 84 NAMM in Chicago.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
And I really hope you've still got that 65 Strat.
Yeah.
I would love to have met Leo.
Graham, update from earlier. I can definitely recommend Red Wine to get through an online guitar debate.
Well done.
JP, people are confusing Gibson's trademark litigation with Fender's current copyright situation. They're two very different things.
As we said right at the top.
But they are two things that were hated by the majority of people on the internet.
Yeah.
Jaguar, the proper word, Jaguar or Jazz Masters?
Jag.
Ooh.
Jag, because I've got one. That's my only
confirmation bias.
Novo.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, Novo's good.
40 Watt Willie. I just started watching Breaking Bad nearly 20 years after it started. What is the most late to the game you guys have ever been?
Oh, I can answer that. For me, I just started watching the Harry Potter movies. I didn't realize.
Wow!
I didn't realize they were like 26 years old.
They're about to reboot them with new actors.
they're like 40 years old. They got kids, and half the cast is dead. I'm like, what the hell? It's good though. I'm on the fifth movie.
Yeah, good.
I have just started watching Game of Thrones.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for what you're about to go through.
Yeah. You should just forget you started watching it and just leave it alone. Just find something else.
As
I books. I thought the books were great.
So
but still, I love the books. I've read them all multiple times, but we're never going to get the conclusion of the story. And the only conclusion we have is that atrocity that was so bad at the end of that show that the showrunners got fired from the Star Wars movies before they got started because of how bad they handled Game of Thrones.
Again, people in a certain department that work for a certain thing screwing something up. Just saying.
Yeah.
So basically, it was described to me. Game of Thrones was described to me. My wife watched True Blood. True Blood was vampires and sex. My wife described it as dragons and sex.
Yeah, but there was one part in one of the seasons where they these two girls get this guy all aroused, and then the guy comes in and cuts his junk off and mails it to somebody else. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I think this even has gone beyond anything that I want to.
In the books, that scene is even more brutal. No. It's definitely more violence than sex. More blood and violence than sex.
See, the idea of Emilia Clarke. Anyway, moving on.
Tironi.
Laugh at what Willie just said.
Australia. He said, I have sealed Axe FX 3 Mark II here. Don't know if I should sell it and buy another tube amp and use the UAD modelers with the Apollo X16 Gen 2 and a MacBook M5 Pro. Only play at home, thanks. I mean, it's a vastly different thing.
Yeah.
If you want to be able to go, right, I'm inspired, I want to play guitar, Axe FX.
Yeah, I would keep both, because what happens if you one day you're just hanging out and somebody spills a milkshake on your MacBook and then it's done.
Are you speaking from the voice of experience there?
No, I'm just saying, what if it gets damaged? At least the other things stand alone.
Yeah, it's the Axe FX is great.
They're different. They're different things.
Graham, for what Willie is brilliant. Watch Better Call Saul after, really good.
Yeah.
Ali, biggest thing about the Fender letter: destroy all inventory, pay $250K, and give customer details. Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
Isn't it? Finger blasting. Can I put thick strings on my Jazzmaster and tune down to B standard, or do I need to buy an actual baritone? Troy of the Stone Age plays the Jazzmaster in C standard.
You can absolutely do it. You may have an issue on the with the nut not being cut for the thicker strings, but that's the only problem.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. And and if you have an issue with that and you cut the nut for that, just know that
you ain't going back.
You ain't going back unless the nut gets changed.
Yeah. So do it. Do it.
Tony, another great chat, Rat. See you on the next one. Have a great week. And you, Tony.
We're doing our best to get through all these. We really are.
We're so close.
Unless they're chatting amongst themselves.
Malort is pure evil, and I'm from Chicago. No.
Yeah, it's a thing that Chicagoans give newcomers to introduce them to the city.
I read that as Merlot to start with. Merlot's pure evil? Definitely not.
When I was trying to say Malort, I kept almost saying Merlot, and I was like, no, it's not Merlot.
Javier Nick Huber has several models that are clearly Gibson designs. What will happen to him? I think so. As far as I know, and I can't remember who I heard this from. I've heard this from someone from the company, but that is why they sell the Crouster 3. That's why they came up with the Crouster 3, so they could then sell that in the.
And they changed the Orca, didn't they, as well? The Orca model is different than it used to be, or there was the Dolphin, maybe.
Right, the Crouster 3 looks like the Dolphin shape now.
Yeah,
that's it. The Dolphin was the remake of the Orca to be able to sell in the U.S. market.
Oh, okay, but they still sell. So you don't get Orcas over there.
Not unless somebody imports them individually.
Yeah, like so Paul, you have a 3 hanging up, right?
I've got 3. I've got 2 ordered.
Yeah, and I have a 2, so you could see the difference between yours and mine.
Yeah.
Mine's got that junior shape, and then yours has more of like a wider ass on it. It's got the dolphin body shape to it.
I do prefer the shape of the 2. That's the 3.
Everybody can see that.
I think they've done a great job with the 3.
Yeah.
But the shape of the 2. Anyway. Lauren Mello is Almost as bad as Southside Pride beer was. Nasty. Willie?
Marmalade soup.
Marmalade soup. Nice.
Chatting amongst themselves.
Ben, thanks for another great show, gents. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week. And to you, Ben. Go on. Well, Russ, a lot of comments tonight. A lot of comments.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got people riled up.
Roland went after Behringer before, but they are legit using their colours and all. Yeah. For Willie, Harry Potter sucks. Jivey, I can recommend The Last Kingdom.
Okay, I'll have to have a look at that one.
I've never watched a Potter movie. Says
wow.
They're not bad. I'm actually quite surprised. I thought it was a kid's thing. They're good.
Blind Man, just get the games and throw audio books on Audible. Much better than the TV show.
God, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
No,
I tried to listen to him. The narrator is so bad.
Oh, right.
He's just I love Audible audiobooks. I listen to them all the time, but that one was not great.
I used to listen to a lot of Warhammer ones, but I like the British guys that narrate because it sounds more authentic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you got a guy like me from New York, it's like, yeah, and his thing came over, his mech thing, and shot it. It doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? And you know what? I did get the Bible in audio once, just to reference some stuff from Genesis, and it was by James Earl Jones.
Darth Vader reads the Bible.
Darth Vader reading the Bible. I couldn't do it. I just could not. I kept thinking, like, tear the ship apart until you find those plans. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I can't think of it.
Good knowledge, Vinny. Good knowledge.
Thank you.
I'm watching Tales from the Crypt right now. AMC Plus just got it, so I'm very late to the game.
Oh wow, yeah.
Wadey, Google Harry Potter and Star Wars similarities. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars is just. I mean, Harry Potter's just Star Wars with sucky lightsabers. Is the first line.
Lord Dimpaler, just like Gibson, Fender created a market for cheap knockoffs by charging buku money for their instruments. That's my take. Finger blasting. Yes, I'm doing it. Jazzmaster baritone would be awesome. Cheers, Jen. Nice. Joe Abercrombie, books would make great TV or movies. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana Jones Crystal Skull was horrible.
Agreed.
It was absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I refuse to watch it.
I went to the theater to see that.
I hate to say the worst thing about it was Shia LaBeouf as well.
Oh.
Mark Parson, don't have my 65 Strat. It was $210 new with Rocket 2 trade-in. Hard to believe.
Oh.
Fender will work out license contract with every single manufacturer. Mark my words. Greetings from Germany. Greetings, Patrick.
I think that only happens if there's another court decision.
Yes. However, it's time.
We haven't discussed which one have you done?
Stupid comments of the week.
I went for one that was genuinely stupid.
Okay. Because okay. Go on.
There you go.
Okay. He said you should have got a bigger crocodile on that pink pajamas. And I said, cheers to the fashion tips, Gok. Gokwan is an English
fashionista.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm glad you explained that one.
If that's what's offending you about our videos, the fact that we actually blatantly got it wrong in that video has nothing to do with here or there.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's why that was the
stupid comments of the week.
Okay.
There you go. We made it within just over 2 hours. Sorry about that. First of all, thank you to my friends and colleagues and hosts, Mr. Vinny the Axe, 40 Watt Phil, Mr. Paul Drew, and me. I am going on holiday tomorrow, so I won't see you next week. So you can do all the setting up and back, and you can have whatever picture you like for the for the promo. see you in a couple of weeks. But I'm sure so you'll be in safe hands with the team. Have a good one, everyone. Have a great weekend of gigging and all that sort of stuff. Hopefully, the Fender thing will sort itself out. We're not going to talk about it anymore because it's boring. Until there's
Unless something else happens.
Until there's something worth talking about.
Blind Man Gary, I see your comment. That's hilarious.
Hang on. Last one.
And now I need Vinny the Axe to do an audio book because that was amazing. That'd be good.
Take care, everyone. Have a great week. See you in a couple. And I'll be brown and suntanned and bronze when I get back. Night.
That's so hot.